If y'all are wondering how I went from this to this, just keep watching the video. I got y'all. I'm finna spill all the tea with all the tips. Alright, to start off, I use Afrosense Waterwave hair. I use 7 bundles, so 2 3-packs, 1 single. That is the Black Panther braiding pomade, Eco Styler Edge something, Murray's Edge wax, and then I have edge control. Of course, you're going to need your combs, crochet hook, and then scissors. Yes, you're going to need some scissors, my clips to help me out a little bit, and then finally some nail glue. So to just hop right in, this is kind of pointless, but I like sectioning the hair off into 4. I go straight down the middle from the nose and down the middle from ear to ear. It just helps me keep things organized, and it helps things to get less messy, you know. Alright, so I typically do arch parts, but she requested box parts, but I just do medium-sized box parts. So this is, if you just know how to plait, you could probably just skip past this, but a tip I will give y'all is to, when you plait it kind of loosely. What I mean by that is start at the root and kind of pinch it an inch down and braid it, so when you actually go to wrap the hair, it's not too much tension and it won't lay as bulky. So you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm sectioning it into 3 and I'm like pinching it an inch down. Still braid tight though. Make sure the braid is tight so it doesn't loosen up, but yeah, y'all see it. So I start off by using 2 pieces of the Waterwave hair, and I put them together and I just run my fingers through it and make it fluffy. You don't want to distress to the point where it's like frizzy, but you don't want it to be stuck in the curl. So just make sure you separate all those curls. Run your fingers through it as you see I'm doing. Alright, so you just get your crochet hook and crochet the 2 pieces through. Lord, y'all, my arm here, don't mind that, but you just pull it through. And I'm right-handed, so I wrap with my right hand and hold my left. As y'all see, I wrap very tightly around the base for like the first 2 to 3 times, just to make sure it's secure. Sometimes people tell me it hurts, and I'm sorry, y'all. I really am, but I don't want them to come out. I just figured out this new method not too long ago, and it's been working for me, so you know, I'm gonna put y'all onto some free game. Alright, so once I wrap it like an inch down, I start using my thumb to distress it. I know my hand's in the way, but like later on in the video, y'all are going to be able to see it a little better. But I just take my thumb and like, I'm still wrapping tight. I don't loosen up my grip at all, but I take my thumb and like snatch a little piece of hair out to get the curls. And the key thing for butterfly locks is to make sure they all end at the same length, because that gets it the bob length. So once it's all to the same length, you're gonna wrap it down to the bottom, and I tie a knot. I'm finna show y'all how I did the knot, but I tie a knot. Oh yeah, that's how I do it. You see that? I'm parting a little piece of the hair that's left off. Lord, look like I'm yanking. You twist a little extra hair up. Y'all see that? Then wrap it around, tie it in a knot. I tied it in a knot for more security. You could just use nail glue, but I tied it in a knot a couple times for security. Boom. I'm gonna show y'all like a slowed down version too of me tying a knot later in the video. Y'all just gonna have to keep watching. But I get some nail glue after that, after I tied it in a knot like 2 or 3 times. Drip. Yup. Oh, y'all, don't mind her blowing her nose. She don't got corona. It's just March in Virginia. So yeah, don't mind her. But yeah, just wrap it back up. You wrap it it's the same way, but you continue to use your thumb to distress it more. And you just go all the way up until there's no more hair. And once you get to a little bit of hair left, you're going to tie it in a knot as well. There's a lot of knot tying in this, so you just got to get used to it. My hands look so scraggly, bro. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you tie the knot a few times and then just wrap the rest around. One and done. You already know. So I'm showing y'all how I did the plait again. So you just put your pomade up there, comb the product through and whatnot. And like you see, I'm pinching it like an inch down, and then I'm just plaiting it. You don't have to braid it all the way down. Alright, so as I stated before, for butterfly locks, you got to make sure they're all the same length. So as you get higher up in the head, you're going to need to add more pieces. So this is the third row, and I just cut one piece in half. And to add the extra hair to make it the same length, you just wrap it around the end of it 3 times. It's really similar to how you started it. But you wrap it around the base 3 times, and then you just start thumbing it again. Because butterfly locks that are uneven is not a cute look. So just as you get higher and higher up in the head, you're going to have to use more hair. But for like the third row, I use basically 2.5 pieces of hair. And you see I'm just length checking to make sure it's pretty much the same. Tie my knot right there. And then I'm about to get my glue. 1 drop, just like the bottle says, 1 drop. Wrap it up, and then we just gonna wrap it back up. So honestly, this video gets really repetitive, but you can just tap through, or you could watch this part if you still need to like get the hang of it. But I just sped it up a little bit. You see I'm just distressing the hair, and then I crochet it through and do the same process I've been doing the whole video. So pull that through and just start wrapping. For y'all doing this hairstyle, one thing I will say, I have had people tell me that their locks were tight. Honestly, okay, don't call me crazy. I would rather locks be tight than loose, because when I first started butterfly locks, they used to be unraveling, but I fixed that. But it's not good to be too tight. But there are methods. Her hair that I just did right here, this my friend, y'all, that's why she don't got no mask. Her name Nala. I sent her this YouTube video, and she basically figured out this method to loosen up her locks a little bit, because y'all, it gets tight. You know, you getting your hair freshly done, it's gonna be a little sore. But yeah, y'all see me taking my half piece and wrapping around the base to make sure it's the same length. But yeah, y'all doing this hairstyle, y'all receiving this hairstyle, I just want you to know butterfly locks are cute, but girl, if you're gonna get them, make sure you can, you know, take it. Don't be crying now. Okay, I don't think it's that bad, but I'm just having a disclaimer out there because they have to be secure. So I slowed it back down for y'all. I'm just wrapping it back up with my thumb. And then I'm about to tie a knot. And here we go. Yes. Y'all, my arm is so hairy. Well, I'm just plaiting it again. Okay, y'all can see it better. That was kind of loose. Alright, so y'all, as you get higher up into the head, you're going to need more hair. So y'all know how for the third hair, I use 2.5 pieces of hair. Once you get closer to the top, you're going to need 3 pieces. So 3 to 3.5 actually. But for this, after I finish, y'all see all that hair that's left, I take 1 strand, fluff it out, and I started the longest it could go. That's how I wrap it. I make it the longest it can go, so I can use as least strands as possible, if that makes sense. But yeah, y'all see I'm just speeding it up a little bit. I'll slow it down again eventually, but the higher and higher up y'all get, just make sure it's the same length, because if it's not the same length, it just personally does not look right to me. Alright, y'all, so I'm about to slow down the ending part right now where I tie a knot in it to show y'all. So after I part off the little piece and I twist that part up, y'all see it, the little bubble I made? I wrap it around my finger and the lock, and then I pinch it through, if that makes sense, to grab the little tiny pieces of hair and pull it. See, I yanked it. Y'all see how tight I'm pulling? Yeah, yank that junk. It's not gonna rip, y'all. At least it shouldn't, depending on the hair y'all use. Oh yeah, y'all, one thing I'm going to tell y'all, all Waterwave hair does not work for butterfly locks. So I've only worked with Afrosense. I've worked with Afrosense and Features. Those two have been perfectly fine for me. But y'all, if you gonna buy a brand other than that, you have to feel it in person, because some Waterwave brand hair is just too soft and it will be slippery and it just won't give curls. It will give straight frizz, and that's not what you want. So I'm basically at the top of her head, and I just parted the rest of it off. And this is a real good angle. This is the part I was telling y'all that y'all gonna be able to see it real good, what I did. But once you get to the top, just make sure you pull it through, and then you just begin the wrapping process. Y'all make sure they're tight. Like, I know nobody wants tight, but I would rather somebody tell me, hey, my locks are tight, than somebody tell me, hey, my locks are falling out. But don't overdo it. One thing I'll say, if you see their scalp starting to turn red, peeling, that's too tight. Don't do that. I told you, 2 to 3 times is all you need. Don't overdo it starting off. But y'all see, oh y'all, look at them curls. Oh my gosh, I see it. All right, so yeah, sometimes I put a clip right there so it doesn't really move when I'm about to add new hair. But y'all see, I made the additional piece as long as I could, so I don't have to add too much. Wrap it around a few times to make sure it's secure. And look, y'all see that thumb? There it go. There it go. Yes, y'all see it. I'm just like taking a little piece with my thumb and just pulling it. Make sure it's tight. And I will always say, make sure you're going sideways. Try to avoid twisting the hair. That's something I had to learn along the way. But make sure you're going straight side to side. Avoid going downward. Not downwards, but avoid twisting it like as if it was a twist. Make sure there's no space in between, because y'all see her hair is dyed. If somebody's hair is black, sometimes you can it's not good to get away with it, but what I'm saying is you don't want to be able to see their braid at all. Y'all see her hair is dyed, so that's kind of good for me. So if I miss something, I could see it. But even if their hair was the same color as the Waterwave hair, you want to make sure you're tight so nothing is falling out. So side to side. Oh, y'all, we at the end. Lord, I've been talking too much. But look, y'all, it's cute. I wanted to put it in the side part, but her head was a little bit sore. But y'all, they was so cute. Shout out to my girl Nyla. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cravevala. And Dog by Live. Book your appointments. Hampton, Virginia. You already know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.